The S&P 500 stock index just did something that it's only done 4 other times in the last 20 years. Let's do a quick, non-boring update on what happened this week. Nothing super technical, just enough so you feel informed and not overwhelmed. And I do think the big story in the financial world this week was the S&P 500 index. That index was up about 3.5%, and that is the second week in a row it's gained more than 3%. So believe it or not, that's only happened 4 other times in the last 20 years, and one of those times was just a couple of weeks apart after the COVID crash in 2020, that really strong rebound we saw then. So this is a very rare stretch of strength that we are seeing over the last 2 weeks. And right now we're sitting only about 2.5% away from all-time highs, which means the market's knocking on the door of record territory here. And that by itself might be kind of exciting, but here's the interesting twist to it all. Even though we're this close to new highs and buying seems to be the thing to do right now, the market still feels a little jumpy. The fear gauge, which is called the VIX, it is sitting around just over 19 right now, which is unusually high for being this close to an all-time high. Typically, when we're at all-time highs, the VIX is well below 15, 12, sometimes even a little bit lower than that. But that fear gauge is still up there fairly high. And what that means is the market is acting both optimistic about the upside, but also nervous about what might go wrong. And when you look at the global stage of things, it's easy to see why. So going into next week, the setup's going to be real interesting. We've got this strong momentum, we're nearing record levels, and yet volatility is still elevated. And that means that traders are going to be watching every single headline, every economic number, every bit of news pretty closely. And I think we'll see a lot of strong reactions from those one way or another, or maybe even both directions. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Now, if you've enjoyed this weekly recap, you want more of these once a week kind of breakdowns, let me know in the comments. And if anything still feels confusing or something about the stock market that you would like explained in simple terms, let me know and I will cover that next time.